Everyone, Charlene here. Before you know it, summer's going to be over, so now is the time to start thinking about holiday card making. Today, I'm going to show you how to create this gorgeous card using the new Wrapped in Blooms card kit from Honeybee Stamps. So let's take a look at that kit. The Wrapped in Blooms kit is really versatile. It has so many pieces that work together. There's a gatefold card base, belly band, layered floral dies, stencils, sentiments, metallic cardstock. I mean, it just goes on and on. So I'm going to open it up and talk a little bit about the kit, and then we are going to get started on our lovely holiday card. I think Christmas cards are a lot easier when you start before the rush, and I like that this kit has pieces that are already designed to coordinate, so you can use everything together or mix and match the pieces. You can, do a soft and elegant card, not just traditional red and green. And then the gatefold base and belly band on this make the card really feel extra special. Look at that confetti, so pretty. Lots of really nice holiday sentiments included as well in the kit. And I feel like when you're working with a card kit like this, it's just, I don't know, it motivates me to actually get my Christmas cards done. So you can see this is the Wrapped in Blooms stencil, and then we have those layered florals. So there's a poinsettia, there's a flower or two, there is some foliage, some berry, greenery kind of things, and then there is that really pretty, lovely layout called Wrapped in Blooms, and it can be used for your holiday cards, or you can use it for pretty much any time of the year. That's what's special too about this kit, is I feel like it's not just holiday, right? Of course, the beautiful layering guides from Honeybee Stamps, and then also if you purchase this kit, there will be a QR code included, and it will direct you to a live on August 22nd, 2 o'clock Eastern time with Kelly Cahoot. She's going to do a live class with this kit, which is really fun. Look at all these pretty papers in here. You've got some pinks, some peaches, kind of teals and aquas going to blues, and some purpley and gray colors in here. I'm using a softer palette with pink, mint, white. I'm going to throw in some Kraft, and then I'm also going to use some of the pretty gold metallic cardstock, as well as that gorgeous confetti. So with the light pink, I'll start out by cutting out my poinsettia. Then I'll cut 2 sets of leaves from the mint color. For the stems, I'm going to bring in that Kraft cardstock I mentioned. I think this will add some texture in the finished card. The second floral I will cut from white, and then the centers for the 2 florals I'm cutting from that beautiful gold metallic cardstock. For the rest of the filler pieces here, I'm going to cut from white cardstock because we're going to be doing some simple ink blending to add color. I've placed my die cuts here on my sticky mat that will hold them in place as I'm adding my ink, and I have a detail brush here that's going to make it much easier to add our shading. Simple shading is going to make these die cuts look more dimensional, and a little bit of ink blending makes a huge difference. For the poinsettia, I'm keeping the festive berries darker towards the center and letting it fade out on those leaves. Once I get the center done, then I'm going to grab the ink and I'm going to come in from the edges. And I'll repeat this on all of the different layers of the poinsettia. This is going to make it look 3D because it's going to look like those leaves are bending over. Then I'll bring that same festive berries and I'll take it really dark on these berry pieces. I don't know if they're actually berries. I'll have to look up what that is. I've finished with my pinks. I'll bring in some brown. I've got Vintage Photo and I'm only using a small amount. When you're working with Vintage Photo to do shading on white florals. You don't need much at all, but it really helps your flowers that are white look dynamic. For the leaves and stems, I'm adding a deeper color of that same Vintage Photo. I'm just putting it near the base and letting it fade out. Those small shadows are going to make the finished arrangement feel more dimensional. Then for this piece here, I'm actually going to take it pretty dark. I'm mostly coloring it in with the Vintage Photo. This is going to give it a stick-like appearance, and it's going to have a nice contrast on our card. Once this had dried a little bit, I brought back in more of the Festive berries because I decided I wanted my poinsettia to have more dynamic shadows on it. For shading on the mint colored cardstock, I'm going to use Evergreen Bough. It's going to work really well. It has a nice bluish green, dark bluish green color to it. I'll bring it up from the base on the two larger pieces, fading it out as I work my way up. And then for the two smaller leaves, I'll bring it in from the top as well as the bottom. Then I'll use the edge of my brush and run it down the center. I'll also use a very small amount on the edges, and that's going to leave the lightest area on each side of the center and make it look 3D. I'll go pretty heavy at the base of these smaller little foliage pieces and let them be light towards the tips. Now I can use our fantastic layering guide here that's included to layer everything up. When I am layering florals like this, I like to lay them out to mimic the layering guide so I can easily see where everything's supposed to go. And then the other thing I like to do is only put the glue on the center of each of the pieces. That way I can easily pop up different leaves when I put them on my card with some foam squares to increase the dimension. So here's our pretty layered poinsettia. Now I can layer up our white floral. I love these gold centers. I think they add so much to the florals. Then I can add glue to the back of these veining pieces that go over our green foliage. I am going to tap these off on a piece of scrap cardstock so I can make sure none of that glue squishes out from the edges when I layer it over the top. So here are our finished leaves. I also think these would look really pretty with the gold cardstock as the veining. Now we can put together the berry piece. I'm going to add a couple of small dots of glue and just use a wax pickup tool to put these over the tops. And there are a lot of little white pieces that were cut out. These are white berries that are supposed to go along these leaves. I'm not doing anything crazy here. I'm just going to add a few dots of glue here and there and then start popping on those little white berries in different spots. We have all of our florals and foliage ready to go. Let's create a base. The Gatefold base is one of the things that makes this card feel extra special because the base pieces are included in the kit. I'm not having to figure out the measurements or structure from scratch. And you'll see once we're done, this absolutely could be used year round. So I cut the base piece as well as the Gatefold pieces from Mint. Then I used the gold metallic cardstock for the background, and I'm bringing in that darker pink cardstock for the very center. We cut the belly band out of white, and you can see it's all going to come together really beautifully and easily. Before we start putting this together though, an extra special part of this kit is the stencil that goes with the Gatefold pieces. We're going to use it to add some ink on there, and you could do one side of the stencil or you could do both, and you could do it in the same color or different colors. So let's go ahead and grab my sticky mat and get these ink blended. I'm bringing in that same Evergreen Bough that I used on the Mint leaves in the first step that I did, and I'm going to start it on the left and fade it out towards the right, so that way it's a little darker on the edges. So I'll pull this up, you can see how pretty that looks, and I'll repeat it here with the other side. Now we are on the construction phase of the card. I'm going to start by folding along these score lines that were created by the die for each of the flaps. I'm going to burnish them down with a bone folder. Then I'm also going to fold along the score line on the belly band. There's a little tab at the end. I'm going to fold that over as well. Next, I'll grab the very base piece and flip it over and add a thin line of glue going along one of the edges. You also could do this with double-sided tape if you wanted to, but I'll flip over one of those gatefold pieces, slide my base piece right underneath, and adhere that small tab we created along the edge. Then I'll flip this over and use my bone folder again to burnish it down and make sure it's nice and adhered. Now I'll do that exact same process for the second flap, tucking the base in on the side and using my bone folder to burnish it down. So now there's those two nice flaps that open to a clean inside. I'll add glue to the back of my pink matting piece, and I'm going to tap off along the edges. So that way, when I put this in the center of our gold metallic piece, none of that glue is going to squish out from any of the sides or the holes that we created. I'll add glue to the back and the entire gold metallic piece and put it in the center on our base. So how many of these layers you use is up to you. For the belly band, to keep it closed, you just add glue to that small tab and then fold the whole piece over and make sure everything lines up. That belly band will slide over the top to keep the flaps closed. Now I'll come in with all those beautiful pieces we created and play around until I'm happy with how everything is laid out. Laid everything out now, and you can see I've taken the poinsettia in front and the smaller flower back here. I have some longer pieces balancing each other by coming out from the different sides. I put the two leaves here on the left in order to create a little visual triangle. And then I'm going to add my sentiment in right here, which is going to create a triangle with the two florals. So everything will balance really well. I don't have anything adhered down yet, so I'll start by lifting up the poinsettia layer very carefully and then adding glue to all of those pieces that are going to be down towards the bottom. So I adhered all those base pieces. I added a couple of foam squares to the back of my poinsettia because this needs to be lifted and raised over those other pieces. Then once I've placed my poinsettia, I can add additional foam squares anywhere I feel like it needs it. You do want to be careful and make sure that wherever you're adhering things, that it's not adhering to the base of the card. You only want it to adhere to the belly band, so that way you can still slide it on and off. Now I can stamp out my sentiment. I chose Sending Love at Christmas. I think that's really beautiful. I feel like I don't see a lot of love sentiments when it comes to Christmas sentiments. And you know, I want to send my family some love at Christmas time, so I think it works really well with this card. Then I'll use the coordinating die to cut this out. And to make my sentiment a little more stable, I've cut a second die cut that I can layer underneath the stamped sentiment. I'll add glue to the back of the sentiment and then adhere it onto my card on that belly band so that way it doesn't block anything. I do think this belly band is super versatile. You can use it with the gatefold base, or you could use it as a decorative element on another style of card. Okay, on to confetti. This confetti mix has all kinds of things in it. It has little gems, little discs and baubles, all kinds of different sizes. There's different colors in here. You've got champagne or bright gold, iridescent. You've got some pinks going on. Very pretty and versatile to use as either a shaker mix or as adding little accents to your card. I put a couple of triangles on each side of the floral arrangement, and I feel like that balances out those edges. Here is our finished card. I think it turned out absolutely gorgeous. I love this kit. It gives you so many options for holiday card making. You can use the gatefold base, the belly band, florals, stencil, sentiments, all of those good things for a really special Christmas card, or you can mix and match the pieces for completely different designs. And since Christmas card season always sneaks up so quickly, this is a perfect reminder to start now. Plus, if you purchase this, you get that awesome live card class with Kelly Kahoot. So just another level of value when it comes to this card kit. I hope that you all picked up some tips and tricks today. Please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell so that you'll know about future videos here on the Honeybee Stamps YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.